How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. Now for today's review, we are going to take a look at three products from Xtrfy, which does fit really closely together. Those three products are the M1 gaming mouse, the B1 gaming bungee, and then also the GP extra large gaming mouse pad. Now if you guys remember, we did do the review on the K2 RGB keyboard from Xtrfy, and they do work closely with the esports organization Ninjas in Pajamas. So we are going to see that these are more focused towards the esports professional range. So if you are into that scene, then definitely check these out. So then starting off with the M1 gaming mouse first, it is currently retailing for around $64, but we are also possibly going to get it on RebelTech here in South Africa, so stay tuned for pricing on that, or just check out the link in the video description. Same goes with all of the other products. The body is made out of a plastic mostly, but it does have this nice rubberized coating all over the mouse for improved grip. Also, because of the size of the mouse, any hand size will work comfortably, and also palm, claw and fingertip style grips are a go on this one. Unfortunately now, the M1 does not have any RGB, however it does have this nice gold-ish yellow backlight, which you can adjust the brightness of between 10 different stages. The M1 does also have a claimed weight of 95 grams, which does sit perfectly in the middle there, not being too light or too heavy. Taking a look on the left side, you do get two thumb buttons, which in my opinion is perfectly placed. Your thumb rests very close to both side buttons, and they are nice and big for quick access. The side buttons have a very balanced down press, so you won't accidentally press them or struggle with pressing them if you are in a game, thanks to that KL switches in them. For the right side, you do get a nice outwards curve that supports my ring finger very well, no matter in which position I rest it in. My pinky did drag along the mouse a little, but nothing that really bothered me too much. Moving to the front of the M1, the buttons does fit my fingers quite well, with them having these nice indents for my fingers not to move around too much. You do also get a high quality ARM switches, which delivers a good, fast, snappy clicks, so no complaints there. For the scroll wheel, you do get a smooth textured rubber grip, with the scrolls having nice distinct steps when scrolling, which I very much did enjoy, and also you do have a downwards click for the scroll wheel. Taking a look underneath the M1, you do get your Dpi Selection switch that allows you to switch between 5 Dpi levels, ranging from 400 to 4000. There's also a light indicator for the Dpi level next to the button, which does have 5 different colors for the different level you are on. You also get a polling rate switch at the bottom that you can adjust between 125 Hz, 500 Hz and also 1000 Hz. Then for the glide pads, you do get 3 big Teflon glide pads that delivers a nice smoother glide, especially on that GP1 Mousepad, which we're going to check out a bit later. Then of course, the sensor that you get inside the M1 is the old faithful Pixar PMW3310 sensor. Now honestly, there's not too much to say about this sensor. It has proven itself over the years to be one of the best optical sensors on the market. Now it does have a max DPI again of 4000, an IPS of 130, a max polling rate of 1000 Hz. Also for tracking, it does still track under just 1 DVD, so lift-off distance is really low. And again, it's just an all-around great sensor. You're not going to have any problems with rollout, jittering or anything like that. Just a really good gaming sensor. Then moving on to the cable, you get a thin 2-meter braided USB cable with a black and yellow color scheme that does bring all of Xtrfy's gear together. Then moving on to the software, there isn't anything really. Everything is done on the mouse itself. Again, changing the polling rate, the DPI, and so on. For most of these esports focused gear, you don't need any software. Everything is done on the device itself. for the M1 and also the K2 that we looked at a while back. Now then, that's pretty much it for our look at the M1 gaming mouse, but now let's move on to the GP1 extra large gaming mousepad, because these two do actually fit really well together. Now the GP1 again is an extra large gaming mousepad measuring in at 920 by 360 millimeters, and it's around 3 millimeters thick. Also, it is currently retailing for around $39, but also again, just wait for pricing on RebelTech here in South Africa. Maybe going to be there, so we shall see. Now the GP1 is a speed mousepad where it does have a nice smooth top cloth surface. You do get a non-slip rubber base, and then also it does have a nice stitched edge and is machine washable. The design blends in with the rest of your yellow themed Xtrfy gear really nicely, although I kind of would have liked to see that they implemented the same yellow into the stitches on the edges. I think that will look really nice alongside all of the other yellow Xtrfy gear, so that might be something that they need to take a look at. But just all in all, there's not too much to say about a gaming mousepad, but yeah, it does deliver a really smooth glide and it performed really well. Now, to complete your esports setup, you are going to need something to prevent your cable from dragging along or just get caught on something, because that does happen from time to time. And that is where the B1 Mouse Bungee comes in. Currently, it is retailing for around $45, and I do think that is one of the best looking mouse bungees out there. The hand brush steel with that yellow glow underneath just makes it stand out so much more. Now, as much as it does look good, it also works just as well. The arm is made out of a flexible silicone, with the base also keeping everything steady, so you don't need to worry about it moving around if you are doing quick flicks. A nice feature is that it does have 4 USB 2.0 ports to keep it easy to connect all of your Xtrfy gear to your PC. It does have a 1.5 meter braided cable that again does have that yellow and black color scheme. Now, I can honestly say that the B1 did do a wonderful job at keeping my mouse's cable out of the way, and I never noticed that it actually got snagged or pulled on something. Now, I honestly haven't really used mouse bungees too often, but with the B1 it did deliver a really nice experience. Again, not getting caught on anything, and especially a must-have if you don't want any mistakes going on if you are in more of a competitive scene. Now, the one thing that I think Xtrfy needs to add into a newer model, or maybe just upgrade this one, is to add USB 3.0 instead of USB 2. Having the extra speed is going to be really nice if you want to connect stuff like external hard drives or USB 3.0 flash drives. You don't honestly need it for any of your peripherals. They're fine on USB 2, but I do connect a lot of other devices. For instance, I actually connect my card reader to them a lot as well, just because they're close. So having that option I think will be really nice. But now that's pretty much it for my look at the M1 gaming mouse, the B1 Mouse Bungee, and also the GP1 Extra Mousepad. Now, that's my final thoughts on these. The mouse does perform really well, again with that 33-110 sensor, an amazing sensor. It's just going to be the pricing. It is in a really high competitive area in pricing wise. So it's going to be just kind of up to you what you personally want or how it feels in your hand. So you do have that one. Maybe if they can lower the price a tiny bit more, I think it will be a bit more competitive. But if you have other Xtrfy gear like all of these other mentioned, then they're going to fit well together in your gaming scene. Also for the B1, it is slightly expensive at around $50, but again, you do get a mouse hub included in the mouse bungee. So it's like some of the headphone stands that has USBs in them. They're usually a bit more expensive as well. So you do have that option. If you wanted to go for one, you can. It's pretty much just going to be what you honestly want. It is a kind of a niche thing to have a mouse bungee, but it is actually pretty cool. And then finally, the GP1 mousepad is just a nice mousepad all around. I don't really have anything bad to say about that. It's a nice speed cloth pad. So there you go. Now that's pretty much it for my look at all of these products from Xtrfy. A big thanks to them for sending these over. Also, if you want to get them for yourself, I will leave links in the video description where you can get them on their website, Amazon, and then also possibly still waiting on RebelTech here in South Africa. So just check out that link down there. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this review, please like, share, subscribe, and comment like always. And then I will check all of you guys next time. Cheers, guys.